What's up, InfoTable volunteers? Thank you again for doing this. Thank you for being on the front lines of meeting new people as they walk into church for the very first time. We know that some people who are showing up at Revision are coming to church for the first time in their lives. A lot of people who walk through our doors are coming to church for the first time in 2 years or 5 years or 10 years. And so it's not always super familiar to them. It's not always easy and navigable in the way that it is for a lot of us who grew up in church or have been in church all our lives. And so what you're doing by answering questions and equipping people with information is super important for guests, especially those who are unchurched or dechurched and who don't walk in with a set of information and clues that they can use to understand what's going on. Thank you so much for being a part of this. In this video, I want to talk about the fourth simple thing we ask you to do, the fourth way to win every week at the info table. And it's this: make sure you give a guest information packet to every new guest, and then recruit one of the floaters who's up there to walk those guests down to Revision Kids Check-In if they have kids, or to the service if they don't have kids. We want to make sure that we're escorting them from where they are, the guest info table where you're talking to them, to the next place that they need to be. We have a whole lot of signs up so that it's as easy as it could possibly be for people to find their way where they're going. But we also want to make sure that we're walking with them, creating an atmosphere where they feel known and they feel seen and they feel cared for and they have all of their questions answered. And so we want to answer every question we can. If you don't know the answer, you know who knows the answer. You know how to find one of our staff people or somebody else who might know the answer, and you can connect them that way. So answer every question that you know the answer to and help them find somebody who might have the answer to the question that you don't know the answer to. But you have a way of connecting new guests by standing at that table and making sure they get an information packet and walking them to the next place they need to be. And walking them there creates a sense of welcome and love, and handing them the info packet gives them the ability to have a whole lot of questions answered before they've even asked those questions. And even giving them the info packet, whether they look through it immediately or they don't look through it immediately, helps them rest a little bit easier and know, hey, there are a lot of questions I might have, but I have the answers in the palm of my hand. And so then as they walk into church, they can connect a little bit more with what's going on and what's happening around them. They can crash into Jesus a little bit better, and he can change lives when he crashes into people. They can do that a little bit better because they're not wondering and they're not nervous and they don't have a whole lot of questions that they think are unanswered. And so we're going to give an info packet to every new guest that we find, and then we're going to recruit a floater to walk them down to Revision Kids Check-In or to the service so that we can communicate to everybody who's showing up. Again, maybe for the first time, or maybe for the first time in a long time, that they're loved, they're seen, and they're welcome, and we can answer the questions they have to eliminate things that might get in the way of them meeting Jesus. Thanks for doing what you guys do.